We all have priorities in life, but God must be the topmost priority, says the prophet Haggai today. My dear friends, just one little thought based on the first reading from the book of Haggai, the beginning of the book, chapter 1, verses 1 to 8. A beautiful message which is very relevant even today after 2400 years perhaps. You know, Haggai, prophet, lived in the 6th century BC, and from the biblical history we know that in the year 586 BC, Israel was taken as captive by the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar, and there in the new place the people did not have an opportunity to express their own faith, to have their own liturgy, and to follow their own God of Israel because of many other political, cultural, religious pressures in the new place. But fortunately, when Babylon was taken over by the king of Persia, Cyrus, he gave them a lot of religious freedom, and the Israelites were brought back to their land in three big groups, and as they returned, they started enjoying their life back in freedom, both cultural freedom and religious freedom. But unfortunately, these people, the Israelites, after they returned, they forgot to give priority to God. They started to have their own comforts and increase their own dwelling places. They forgot to build the temple for God, because the temple, the Jerusalem temple, was destroyed by Babylonians, and King Cyrus gave permission also to them. But they forgot to give priority to God's dwelling place. Rather, they had interest in their own well-being and in their own comforts and so on. And they said, no, it's not the time to build a temple for God. On the other hand, they were enjoying life. And that was the time Haggai, prophet, gives his word. Thus says the Lord of hosts. These people say the time has not come to rebuild the house of the Lord. But he says, is it a time for yourselves to dwell in your paneled houses while this house lies in ruins? Now therefore, thus says the Lord of hosts, consider how you have fared, and comes to say that you drink but you don't have enough. You eat but you don't find the fill. Because when we remove God from our life, all these things will be lacking always. No matter how rich we become, no matter how enjoyable things we have in life, but there is no real satisfaction. And that's why he says, you earn a lot of money, but still you don't have joy and satisfaction in life, precisely because you fail to give the topmost priority to God. My dear friends, that is the message, very useful, very relevant, very, very apt for today's modern world also. We try to find satisfaction, joy in many other things except God. And as long as we remove God from the list of our priorities, naturally there will not be any satisfaction, joy in our lives. The fullness will be always missing. Sometimes if we keep the mud pot under the tap, now the pot gets filled with water. But if you keep the pot upside down and open the tap, even if the tap is open for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, not a drop will go inside the pot because the pot is kept upside down. Similarly, in our lives also, many times our own priorities are upside down. We don't know what is the real, most satisfying things in our life. Perhaps today's saint, Padre Pio, can become a beautiful inspiration for us. He made sure that God is the topmost priority in our life, and when we keep God as a priority, naturally all the other things will follow. So, my dear friends, we all have priorities in life. As thinking beings, as rational beings, we have priorities, but we need to have clarity in our priorities. Let us think about it today.